Hi guys, so this is my first ever YouTube MTG video. I wouldn't really call this deck tech or anything like that, more of a rundown. I want to share my thoughts on Commander Shiko, the Paragon the Way. I feel that she's pretty cool. She takes me out of my comfort zone, which is playing mostly Golgari decks or Golgari based decks like Jund. And I feel that she's pretty strong. As I said earlier, this is my first video, so please don't be harsh, don't be judgy. I promise you, this is the same thing as if you went to the Chinese restaurant or Turkish kebab. If it looks like shit, it tastes pretty good. And even though the form that I present maybe it's not the best, I feel like the info might be very beneficial for you for the future Shiko brewers. So yeah, let's start. So what does Shiko do? Uh, Shiko is legendary creature, Spirit Dragon, with a 4/5 body. She costs 2 colorless and 1 of each Jeskai. She has Flying Vigilance, and when Shiko enters, exile target non-land card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard, copy it. Then you may cast the copy without playing its mana cost. That gives you ability to play everything that's not land from your graveyard. And if it's a creature, you cast it as a copy, as token copy. And let's go over some, I think, more important Shiko rules, because we wanted to break the deck, not the rules. If you cast a spell without playing its mana cost, you can't choose to cast it for any alternative cost. You can, however, pay the additional costs, such as kicker cost. If the spell has any mandatory additional cost, those must be paid as well. So, for example, if something will say that we have to sack creature as additional cost, we have to sack it. So, I will show you some important examples. These are, I think, the better ones. So, you cannot cast Cyclonic Rift and Vandal Blast for their overload cost, because that's an alternative cost. The cards are still good in the deck, because Cyclonic Rift is pretty much good in every single deck, so it's Vandal Blast. But we cannot cast them with Shiko again, with their overload, and I feel that there's something better than we can do. On the other hand, we can cast 3 steps ahead, paying for the spree cost. We can cast Blink of an Eye, paying for its kicker cost. And when casting Parting Gust, we can give someone a gift, and it will be activated, the condition, for it to become removal, because that's a pretty good card. As well, as resolving a copy of permanent spell that becomes a token, that token isn't created and won't interact with abilities that care about tokens being created. Fact that Elspeth, the Stormslayer, was printed in the same set as Shiko might be misleading, because she cares about tokens being generated with abilities such as Mobilizing that set, with Populate, and others like this, Myriad. But Shiko casts it as a token. The token is not created. So Elspeth is a huge no-no. Same goes for Anointed Procession. And I wouldn't even run that card. I hate Anointed Procession as a card. I dislike it pretty much. Yeah, what else? If a spell has X in its mana cost, you must choose 0, as the value of the X spell cannot change. So you cannot Crackle with Power someone, you cannot Banefire someone. So X cost spells are huge no-no. I would run them in different decks. And the most important thing that is not set on the official MTG site, but you can find it in rules, is the rule 712, is that when you cast DFC, so on the front there's, like, for example, Valky, and on the back you can see Tibalt. The value that matters for Shiko is value up front, so it's the value of Valky, and you can cast it as a Tibalt. You cannot do the same with the single support because it's land on the other side. And casting land, you cannot cast a land, you play land, is what I mean. So playing MDFCs like this is okay, playing MDFC lands, not okay. That's huge thing that you have to know. We'll use that later. And who is Shiko? So basically, let's say something about her lore. I don't want to talk about it for long. But basically, on Tarkir, which is the plane she comes from, it's like pretty weird set. One of my favorites though. There were like dragon lords ruling, and they were pretty bad for people. They were tyrants, and they committed many harm to the community. So, using power of friendship and some ancient magic, 5 leaders of clans, being for Jeskai, that's Narset, as you can see here, for Mardu Zurgo, for Abzan, there is this, I don't know, the guy from Picon, doesn't matter, from TEMU it's Eshki, and that's pretty much it. So they attempted to make a ritual that summoned 5 spirit dragons, and they've channeled their inner strength, like values, morals, and other things like this, into these dragons. So basically, Shiko is Narset Will as a person. And as you know, in lore and in the game, Narset is certified war criminal. As you can see, denying land draw, chaining extra turns, taking your ability to cast non-creature spells, and all of that shit. For Narset, the bracket system is basically toilet paper. She doesn't care. She's just here slaying. I love this diva. She's also pretty hot. But that doesn't matter. So, yeah. Pretty much Shiko is a war criminal. War criminal as a dragon. Which is pretty cool. So now, when we talked about not breaking the rules of the game, let's talk of how are we going to break the game. So what's the game plan? Basically, Shiko, the recommended way for me to play her is as a blink deck. She benefits from it greatly because Shiko ability is enter the battlefield trigger, not cast trigger. Which means that if you bounce her, like I'm not bounce, but like flicker, blink, she returns to the board and activates her ability once again. So funny thing you can do is just put all of the flicker spells into your graveyard and cast Shiko, and when Shiko enters, she returns one, targeting herself, and you can do this over and over, again generating a lot of storm. But that's not the way we are going. There is also classic dual caster mage, and there is also Felidar Guardian, because all of these cards are good in the Shiko deck. Twin Flame and Molten Duplication can be used as just another Shiko trigger, because you can cast it on her, activate another ETB, or on any other ETB creature, because we'll have plenty of them in the deck. Sahili Rifle Leader Guardian combo is known combo. It's been banned in standard. It was banned in standard like, I don't know, 10 years ago. When Kaladesh first released, it was very oppressive, very easy to play. Combo basically results in you having infinite enter the battlefield triggers and infinite combat damage. And if you could do this on the instant speed, you also have infinite blockers. But yeah, we're going for the win like this. We're also keeping our curve very low. The 9-cost card in our deck is Blasphemous Act. We have 2 MDFCs that are above 3 mana, so we are not counting them because they are pretty much lands. We're playing Witch Enchantress and Pinnacle Monk, which are both pretty good in the deck because they have good enter the battlefield triggers. And that's it. So how do we get to our combos? Now that Gifts Ungiven is unbanned, we have pseudo access to Buried Alive or to Tutor. Because of gifts is 4 mana, we can cast it turn before Shiko and try to win on turn 5 with Shiko, but you will have to find the line, or you can just like cast it for value, which I don't recommend. You should always look for winning when casting this spell. Most of our creatures also have very low power and toughness, so we play Imperial Recruiter and the other chick, the white counterpart to it. And we have this cool synergy between Displacer Kitten and Dragon's Rage Channeler. So Displacer Kitten basically says that whenever we cast a spell, Kitten bounces something. So if we have our graveyard full, we can cast Shiko, cast graveyard spell, Kitten bounces the Shiko, and we can cast another spell from our graveyard. And Dragon Rage Channeler with the Surveil on the non-creature spellcast can pretty much give us gas to go through our entire deck and find combo there. True spice of the deck. So here's the big thing. Remember when I said that you can cast MDFCs for both of their sides? Yeah, so here's Mila, Crafting Companion. Her front side doesn't matter, except that she's cute. Thing that matters is Luca, which I will show you something later. But the fact that the Mila and Luca are here is very important. The other thing that I will show you later is Caretaker's Talent and Free Blind Mice, because when we return these with Shiko, they enter as tokens. So Caretaker Talents counts itself towards its draw, and when you upgrade it, you can create a token of the Caretaker's Talent. So basically you can make how many you want of them, and they will draw you cards. Same goes for 3 Blind Mice, which on the chapter 2 and 3 will always create a token copy of itself, giving you basically one creature or even more of them every single turn. Yeah, so that's it. So if you max level Caretaker's Talent and like copy 3 Blind Mice, you can look for a win there with combat damage. And there is also Ramp in white that I will also show you in a second. So basically, you have this creature called Claim Jumper. That's a rabbit, and when Claim Jumper enters the battlefield, if an opponent controls more land than you, which usually will happen, we're playing against a lot of green players. There's like Nature's Lore, Three Seasons, Rampart Grove, Kodama's Reach, even Azusa. So green player will always have the highest amount of lands, and the green is the most popular color in Commander. Casual Commander. You can search for planes, and it's like not basic planes. You can just search for any planes. So you can find Shocklands, Triome, Survey Land, and that's pretty good. You can bounce him, so you can activate his ability a couple of times. Same thing goes for Beza. Beza is like commonly known in Standard, pretty good enter the battlefield creature. So if they have more lands, we create tokens. If they have more life, we gain life. If they have more creatures, we create fish token. And if they have more cards, we'll... I feel like most of the time this won't activate. But we can draw a card. So, and also we can play Azorius Chancellery, which is a bounce land, and fetch lands. And I will talk about this in a second. Yeah, so this is basically it. I will showcase the deck in a second and show you the combos. And if you didn't like what you've been shown till now, here's the picture of my cat. I know you might like it. Her name is Greta and I love her so much. Feel like this is the best part of the video. She's taking a sun bath, I think, outside. Yeah. So yes, as you can see, we have Felidar Guardian here. And it's like generally pretty good creature in the deck. We can cast it with enters the battlefield, excites another target permanent you control, and then you return that permanent. So it's another Shiko trigger, another enter the battlefield trigger for any other creature. The problem with Felidar Guardian is that it costs 4 mana. And with Saheeli, it wins you the game on the spot. So you can play off both of them from your hand, but I know. You might need it earlier, it might die, you might discard it. Something could happen to the Felidar Guardian, and there's no returning. Unless you find yourself Mila in the graveyard. And with Mila, so here's the line, I'm showing you the line, that's the spice. You play Shiko. Shiko targets Mila, brings her back from the graveyard. You cast her as Luka. You use -2 Luka ability that returns target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gets haste, and then you exile it at the end of your next upkeep. So you can even use it as a blocker, but we're winning on the spot. The creature that we are returning, in this case Felidar Guardian, but it's also a way to find yourself Displacer Kitten. We bring back Felidar. Felidar enters, blinks Shiko. Shiko enters, returns Saheeli. You activate copy card from here. So use -2 Saheeli, targeting Felidar. Felidar enters as a token copy. Token copy blinks Saheeli. And now she's able to use her -2 again. So that's the first line combo. Yeah, so this is like, let's go like this. Yeah, so another combo is the dual caster Molten Duplication combo. Basically, if the creature on the board, you want to cast Molten Duplication on it, you keep the priority, and you cast dual caster, copying Molten Duplication, and that copied Molten Duplication copies dual caster mage. And you have infinity dual caster mages, and you win the game. So that's like pretty chill combo from CDH. Yeah, so that's one thing you can do. And there is the third out of 4 things I wanna show you. Just like put it here. So there is Sleepblind Mice and Caretaker's Thailand. As you can see, as I said earlier, there's the level 2 of it, that you create a token copy of target token you control. Shiko enters, returns Caretaker Talent. Caretaker Talent draws you a card, and then you +1 it, creating a token. That token also draws you a card, and on the next turn, if you bounce Shiko and return, for example, 3 Brain Mice, you draw 2 cards because of the Caretaker's Talent. And then, when 3 Blind Mice enter as a token copy, you create that mouse. And then on the chapter 2, you can create a token copy, which can target 3 blind mice itself. So that's pretty cool. I can highly recommend you playing this. It's pretty awesome. And the last thing is the claim jumper thingy. So for example, let's just say that this is in hand. For example, you tap this for mana, you play Azorius Chancellery, returning this, so you have, let's say like 2 lands right now, compared to your opponent's 3 because you cast him on turn 3. And Claim Jumper gives you ability to search your library for an for example Archive, which is plains, because it's a dual type land. Yeah. And you can surveil with it. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the entire thingy. I hope you liked it. Hope you find something for yourself. If you want some more... No. Oh, no, it's not over. I wanna showcase my deck. So yeah, here it is. I will give the link under the video. We're playing some generic, good Enter the Battlefield stuff. Some combo protection with Grant Abolition, Voice of Victory. The Captain Ranger of EOS is too expensive for me. I'm not paying like, I don't know, 30 euros for that guy. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Cool thing is delayed blast fireball, which you cast when you cast with Shiko. It deals 5 damage to each opponent. Relic of Legends, so whenever you blink Shiko, you can tap her for additional mana, which can give you like a lot of mana. There is J-Sky Ascendancy. With these two, you can tap her twice, giving you double the mana. Palantir gives you Graveyard Gas. Blastonic Grinder can discard your hand. And this is pretty much it. So thanks for watching, hope you liked it, give me some comments, reviews, I don't know guys, just say something, you can say your favorite Polish word in the comment, and if someone matches mine, you can get your heart your comment, I will heart your comment anyway, but that's pretty much it, hope you like it, have a good day, and I know, maybe see you in the next one, bye.